Today is Monday. Today is Labor Day. And we definitely gonna get in this topic right here. And this topic, it makes sense. Now with this topic, right, all of my topics lines up the way it lines up. I don't arrange it that way. It just happens that way. And I'm gonna break down and tell you how my topics lines up. But there's a message always in my topic, right? Now, I don't make these topics up, right? It comes to me, I'm looking and searching. I'm just looking. And when things make sense to me, it makes sense. And when it don't make sense, with the help of the Alpha Omega, they creating everything existing, I try to make sense of something that don't make sense to you or don't make sense to me. And we try to figure out where his glory is accepting us as the indigenous people of the earth. Where his glory is infinite knowledge. Put it like that. Right? I did topics about fentanyl, right? Did these topics about fentanyl. And I also did topics about basically about big drug busts going on from these ships. I'm gonna put the videos in my description, so I want you to check these videos out. If you didn't check it out, I'm gonna put it in my description. I just ain't do it right now, but when this video and dope content is uploaded and I let it go, it will be in the description. And I'm going to show you how all this information lines up, and I don't look for it, right? Trump administration's been going after the foreign leadership, right? China and Russia and everybody else about paying these taxes, basically, right? And we all know that this is a war, all this stuff that's going on, right? So now the Coast Guard is hitting all these shipments, and with inside these shipments are drugs. Fentanyl, methamphetamine, that's destroying our society and our communities and our children, destroying their mind, body, and soul, so that they cannot lead our country to another way of life, which is a better way of life, because their minds are really, really young. How you doing, brother? Good morning. I'm glad that you're here. Calling from Iran. I'm glad that you're here, brother. Thank you so much for being here this morning. So, these individuals are mad. They mad that no more drugs are coming in. They gotta pay taxes. You've been getting rich and rich and rich. The gravy train is over. You gotta pay taxes, right? So you'll come together to find out how to get around not to pay taxes for whatever reason. All right, cool. Now, just before Labor Day, just before holidays, our water are hit with feces, contamination. The water, period, is contaminated with feces. So that means that you dropped off tons of feces in the water, and it comes over here on the East Coast, in Maine, and hit Florida and everywhere else. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. So this is a bacterial warfare. That's what it is, a bacterial warfare. And this bacteria can end up destroying and getting people sick and causing disease within inside of yourself if you have a weak immune system. Just think about it. I want you to look at it and put everything together and put everything, put the puzzle together. Trump is going after all of these drugs that's entering our country, destroying our very streets, destroying the minds and the futures of our generation after generation. They're getting strung out. Now they gotta go into drug programs, they committing crimes and shooting and murder just to get high. So you see where I'm getting where this at? So now that he stopped all these ships and everything from coming in, right? That is mixed in with goods, but mixed in with drugs. People are paying a lot of money for these drugs to come in here to destroy. Murder, death, kill, barbaric, evil, twisted, demonic way of life. Good morning, the hater. How you doing? No, I am not game. No, I'm not. I'm a righteous man that's on a righteous path that believe in the Alpha Omega, the creating everything existing. I need for you to like and share my videos, then you will see exactly who I am. I'm a spiritual and righteous brother. That's what I am. Spiritual and righteous brother that is leading the fight and leading the force, right? To uplift our community, to uplift all our people over here in these lands, which is these lands is holy and blessed by the Alpha Omega, the created himself. So, but now all of this feces are in our water. It's contaminating the water. You better be careful drinking this water now. Now you gotta be careful drinking water. Now you gotta be careful taking showers. I mean, what else that we have to deal with? How many demons that we're dealing with? We're dealing with so many demons on every level. Now, I don't know for sure, allegedly, that you got feces all in the water. Now nobody can go swimming. So now they gotta basically clean the water. Somebody dumped tons and tons and tons of feces in the water, which end up in the West Coast. That's a smack in the face. So who did that? Who did that? Who dumped feces in the water? Who did it? Was it by mistake from us? Or was it sent to us based on Trump administration going to war after individuals that's going to pay taxes for the country that should have been paying taxes for letting their goods come in this country for whatever reason, agreement that you have. But while you're doing that, you letting drugs and everything else to destroy our loved ones and our family. Then we got to pick up the pieces. You understand what I'm saying? While your country is all good. Not saying that your country don't have drug problems, but we got this land right here that we call America is a holy and blessed land. Not saying that any other land is not blessed, but ain't no land blessed like America, right? And holy like America, because the Creator talks about it in scriptures about the West being blessed and holy. Then you have the indigenous people from over here in the West that been here in this country, always been here. We did not come on no boats, right? We're not African, we're not African American, and we're not black. We are called the up they got right ones. This is actually true fact. And I want to spread this message among us and let you know who you are. You are teachers, you are scientists, you are chemists, you are righteous leaders. You are bus operators, train operator, pilots, soldiers, police officers, firefighters, and everything else. Y'all are amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, y'all are. Because nobody didn't tell you that today. I'm telling you that today who you are. You want to use your godly gift, talent that the Creator blessed upon you, and that the talent and the gift that He gave you was that He created you and duplicate you, right? And created you. He poked, you know what I'm saying? He created you and duplicated himself and created you. That's what make you amazing. That's what make you who you are. So use your talents, use your gift that He blessed you to uplift you and your family. That's exactly who you are. And this is what we do over here. We encourage each other, and this is what we need to do. So, you know, this is a war upon the people in America. This is a war. Who would drop tons and tons and tons of doo-doo? Doo-doo. That's what it is. Doo-doo. Feces, doo-doo. And contaminate our waters like this. This is an act of war. Because what it does is it breeds bacteria and it breeds contamination. Then it's And then once you start smelling it and you touch it, you become dizzy, nauseous, throwing up, because it's feces, human feces. So that means that you had it sitting there for however long, and just dumped it inside the water to destroy the water. This is why they wanted everybody. Now, I don't know if this is a tactic. I don't know if it was our mistake or if it was sent here. One would know. I wouldn't know. So let me basically show a video right here. Okay.
Cheaper imports has been stopped by the Trump administration. How could this affect consumers and small businesses? Fox Business correspondent Edward Lawrence explains.
At least 24 countries have suspended shipments to the U.S. over a tariff exemption that is no longer an option. The Trump administration ending the exemption known as de minimis overnight. It previously allowed shipments under $800 to enter the U.S. tax-free.
This action is going to generate significant revenue for the United States, support American businesses.
Customers and small businesses rely heavily on de minimis to buy items from overseas, often at a much lower cost than in the U.S. Now those shipments are subject to taxes that could range anywhere from 10 to 50% of the declared value, or for the next 6 months, a flat fee of $80 to $200 per package. That means customers who use retailers like Etsy, Amazon, and eBay could see prices rise.
The reality is that on consumer goods, the tariffs are, relatively speaking, small. And if the price of the good isn't very high, you're not even going to realize it.
The Trump administration says de minimis hurts U.S. companies and can allow illegal items such as fentanyl to be imported without more detailed customs inspection.
What has happened with the de minimis threshold is it is allowing a flood of low value product into the country. And some of this product is turning out to be unsafe, non-compliant with existing mandatory standards in the United States, or even illegal.
These small packages add up to big business. There were more than 1 billion packages imported last year. That's more than 4 million packages per day. At the White House, Edward Lawrence, Fox.
Listen, it smells like drugs coming in here to me. It smells like drugs. That's what it smells like. It smells like drugs coming here to me. It smells something fishy. It smells like you have individuals that's purposely sending these drugs in through these containers to destroy Americans, to destroy the indigenous people, to destroy our community, keep them dumb, deaf, and blind. Because once these fresh minds and fresh future minds get a hold of these drugs, it does something to your drugs, right? And it sets you back as an individual. You can't get your life together. Where you're supposed to be at, it sets you back years upon years. Now you carrying guns, and now you doing all these other things, and your mind is plagued with this. So this is all set up and trapped. So I'm telling any and everybody, the parents, right, is to keep hold of your child. Hold your child. Teach your child what is really, really going on, and not just believe any and everything that you hear on the internet. This stuff that's going on is because these individuals are mad that they got to pay this amount of money, letting these goods come in. You've been doing it for years upon years, bringing these drugs in, and then on top of it, you allowing other individuals doing business with other individuals to bring the drugs in, right? That's why crime is going up and jails are going up. So now you're stopping this. Yo, listen, man, if you don't do this and do that, we're going to stop your drugs from coming in. We're going to stop this from coming in. We're going to stop that from coming in. You know what to do it? We're going to stop that. And we're going to do big buses on your shipment. We're going to keep them at bay and tell them do not enter our waters. If you do it, we're going to blow your ship out the water. You got to stay right there. We're going to have our boats pull up on you. And if you don't listen, we're gonna blow it up. Pull up over there, right there, dock over there. You know how many ships was docked and they found a lot of drugs? You understand what I'm saying? These the games that's being played. Now all of a sudden you come on the news, you saying, you stopping the drugs coming in. You could have been stopped the drugs coming in the 80s and the 90s and everything else. But no, you still let it come in and plague us. Let it plague us. From generation, allowing this stuff to come from other countries, and you're making a deal of illegal drugs and everything else, the plugs or whatever you want to call it, destroying countless of people. And the one that was getting hit hard was our communities, the indigenous people, the descendants of the ancient ancestors got caught up in this by selling it, playing Nino Brown, walking around this while plaguing our community with these drugs. And this was coming over there, from over there to here. Now we see it. Now you putting the pieces together. This is what you're doing. You could have been stopping these ships. You could have been doing this, stopping drugs coming in, guns and everything else that's being manufactured and coming in here and letting these things go. And it's hitting certain neighborhoods to destroy people and keep people down, right? And bringing us back 100 years, 300 years back instead of us moving forward. So now we got to keep fighting these demons. I want everybody to realize and recognize what's going on. Do not be bewitched. Do not be tricked. Do not deal with the foolery that is going on. This is a campaign. This is a campaign. You see right before your eyes. Do you see? Open up your eyes. Open up your mind. Open up your soul. It shows that mankind has the ability to do these certain things. And I want you to understand this. As a righteous person, as a prince, as a king. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, all around the world, prince and princess, I want you to keep your eyes open. You look at this, you know what you need to do. It should deter you from going to the streets. It should deter you from trapping on the corners, being stagnated. It should deter you from practicing darkness, evil acts, murder, death, kill. It should deter you from stop smoking marijuana that's laced with fentanyl and laced with meth and cocaine and everything else. It's coming from somewhere else, so they lace it so you could become an addict to keep you dumb, deaf, and blind. Do you see what's going on? This is an actual true fact. And this is why we here speaking up against this. It's been a big fight. I'm just carrying on the torch. I'm not the only one here, but I'm carrying on the torch of the righteous people, of the indigenous people that's getting caught up in all this mess to keep us dumb, deaf, and blind and stagnated. Yes, you could improve your conditions. I did it. I did it with his help. I went to him. It was not easy. It wasn't easy. I'm telling you straight up right now, it's not going to be easy. When you pick up the torch and you want to switch your life around, it's going to be difficult. I'm telling you, it's going to be difficult. I don't know how many years it took. It's going to take. I know it took me years. It took me years to get my life together. Yes, but I did it. I stuck with it and I didn't give up. I kept moving and having motion. You can do the same thing. Kings and queens, prince and princess all around the world, yes you are. So right after this, I'm about to do another live. Talking of, I'm giving you a heads up. I'm about to do another live. That's why I want you to hit the notification bell, because you can know when I'm going live, when I'm dropping these good content videos for you, that we not just talking about, sitting up here talking about who's snitching and who's gang, who's not gang, and the streets are over and this is over. It's been over. It's been over. Since the beginning of the creation of mankind, it's been this disaster for us. After our ancestors and after our elders was being murdered. But there's always going to be a person amongst us that's going to rise up and warn the people. There's always going to be that. And this is what the Lord is telling me to do, the Alpha Omega, the Almighty is telling me to do. I'm just a part of it. I'm not no messenger. I'm not no prophet. I just see what's going on, and he instilling me from the spiritual realm to come here to give you good information and good content and good talk and good vibes and good energy. And this is what we do, need to encourage each other. These hot topics that we call hot topics, this is hot mess, hot destruction, hot madness, hot demonic, hot demons, to deter your mind, body, and soul from the righteous path and worshiping the Alpha Omega, the Almighty Creator, everything in existence. They procreate these topics to keep us dumb, deaf, and blind while they lurk in the shadows and working with this entity. It ain't everybody's doing it. You see it. You see who's going at each other? They working for this entity because he's promised them fame, fortune, and riches, but he's backdooring them. Do you understand that? They backdooring each other, and he's backdooring them. They don't realize it. They blind. This is why I'm telling them, and the individuals that's doing this, that have the so-called leadership and power, to stop praising this entity. He is the devil and the demon. He don't care nothing about you. He don't care if you white, if you government, if you American, if you Japanese, if you Chinese, or you Russian, or whatever. He don't care who you are. Do you understand this? He's backdooring you and revealing your doo-doo. He do it to any and everybody. So why uphold this life? You see how it's backdooring you, and then you making breaking news about this. You don't see that this devil is backstabbing you, whoever you are? You the one that produced the news, right? And come on the news and come on these major platforms and tell us what's going on. He's backdooring you. He's revealing the secrets. You come over here, oh, we're going to tell you what. No, he's revealing what you're doing. He don't care nothing about you. He's backdooring you. And you still doing it for fame, fortune, and riches. He don't care nothing about that because he know that you weak and this is what you want. So this is why all this stuff is going on with the doo-doo in the water and contaminating our water. With the Legionnaires' disease and with the clusters and with the COVID-19 and everything else. It's a chemical, biological warfare upon the people, and especially upon this blessed land that we call America, which is no justice and balance here. No justice and balance. So I just want people to understand what's really, really going on. Y'all have a great, beautiful Labor Day and Monday. Peace, y'all. Peace, peace.